Welcome back to another MSJ Nights podcast. I'm here with my fellow podcasters. My name's Alvaro.
Ethan.
Anthony. My bad. Starting off with sports, not sports news, school news. Softball season abruptly ended after allegations, well, not allegations, but alleged fights breaking loose, arrests, felonies.
At the other school that we were supposed to play our last game, unfortunately the season ended.
Yeah.
Under those unfortunate circumstances.
I was in what's called lineup winning MVP that season. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved.
3 outs total season.
What?
Total season, 3 outs.
I had
Couldn't pitch.
Two runs.
I had a game winner.
2 runs whole game.
I had a game winner in the first game.
Alright. You just scored the last one.
You just happened to get a single at that time.
A single? You mean a double?
It was a single.
No, I was on second base.
You got the first.
I was on second base.
How did you get to second base?
Because
if
I was
that
on first base.
Winner?
I was on first base, and then the guy that was before me or after me.
There was a guy on third base.
No.
There was a guy on third base.
No, there wasn't.
I have a video.
Dude, no, there isn't. Dude,
we'll see right now.
He said
We'll see right now. I'll tell you right now.
I walked to first base, and the guy after me walked, and then I was on second base, and then Axel hit, and then I ran home.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Because we were 9-9 when I was.
Is that exactly what that was, or is that a runner at third?
That's second.
That's third. That's home plate third. There's a runner at third. Look behind him. That's you.
But he didn't score the last
That's
run.
you.
That was like the 10th run, and then Anthony scored the last one.
No, I didn't.
No, we needed one more run.
Yeah, and I scored that run.
Anthony was on there. So whoever you know who scored the game-winning run was whoever was at third.
No one was at third.
I literally jumped on this man, congratulating him.
I was first. I was on second. That's not even the right video.
Is this the wrong clip?
That's the wrong clip.
Anthony, this is you, Anthony.
No, that isn't.
Anthony.
Oh my days, bro. How you gonna say that when I was?
Bro was literally there.
Dude. What?
Oh, you didn't hit.
I didn't. That's what.
He was already on base.
I thought he hit the game-winning hit.
No, I said
He
I
scored
got
the last run.
That's why I said I got the last run.
I thought this man was up at the fucking plate.
Hey, no, but he scored the last run, bro. Like,
that's what I was trying to say.
Bro, you guys have me arguing that he's
no, you just didn't understand.
Yeah,
Dude,
I said
I thought he was batting.
Bro, we would have said
Wasn't
he
he
hit the
batting?
game winner.
no. I said I got the winning play.
What game did you?
The first game, bro.
The first
We were
game.
down like crazy.
When we won our second game.
We didn't win second game.
Yeah, we did.
No, we lost, bro.
We lost like 2 home games after that, bro.
What game did we end off with? Anthony hitting?
What? None.
I think your imagination is.
Dude,
a little
okay, so
bit
first, I got the winning play. Second, we lost in like old fashioned. Oh, second, wait, who got the last hit? I don't know second, but I know third who got the last hit. Third, because Daniel didn't run to second.
Oh my
and then Adam was
bro.
pissed. You remember that?
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know what happened in second. Okay, second game. Is that one? No, that's not when Axel hit to the pitcher. That was.
I fucking went off. My bad. I went off that game, dude. I remember getting off the field and I went to Xavier and I was like, Xavier.
I knew it was over.
I did my best. And he was like, you did. And he told me that I had a great game, dude.
Was that the game where we were down by like 30?
No, it was a game we were down by 5. I missed that.
Oh, bro, it was the last.
Third game was when we were down by 5. Second was when we were down by 30 or like 20.
Oh,
20.
Was the game we're talking about when the guys left and they were talking mad?
No. That was the third game.
That was Amistad.
That was the game when Axel swung it and the guy just caught in his hands, and then one of the other players hit a home run.
I don't know how that little lesbian did that.
That guy looked like a little lesbian.
He did, bro.
No, dude, like he just gave off that vibe.
But with that fourth game though, you know,
or the one away game that we had.
Yeah, like the only away game we had.
Yeah,
that game was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
You know, we heard a little bit of chatter. We're like, oh, these guys are felons, criminals, evil
Sandy
manipulators.
Yeah, I felt bad. I trucked that big ass kid and apologized right after.
He was running to you. You didn't trick him.
Huh?
Who was running to you?
Dude, did you see the way he fell?
Bro, he went.
Poof!
A
And I was
little
like,
cheating, you know, a little, you know, like.
What do you mean cheating?
What do you mean
Well,
cheating?
I mean, you know, like I want to say it's cheating, but like it was kind of like I don't know. It could be cheating because like the picture was way too close, like to be like.
Oh no, the ball they were using. Maybe they didn't know, but
No. Like I'm talking about like the pitching. Like he was
because the pitch was too close.
He was way too close.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it depended. Like,
Should we
it
talk
just,
about
it just wasn't our day. Like,
Getting sent back to the buses. What do you guys want?
Oh yeah.
I'll talk about it.
I wanted to talk about it last week, but I didn't know if anyone was interested.
I mean, so basically, allegedly, someone said something provocative,
Something that crossed the line
even though
to the other females that were
well,
playing.
before that, a guy one of our teammates got ejected for saying
No Chick-fil-A sauce
no,
to John.
Dude, I wasn't even there. I was at the bathroom walking back, and I see you guys huddled up. He's like, "Oh, he got ejected." I was like, "What? What did he get ejected for?" He's like, "Oh, he said no Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
sauce."
so it was the most stupid and petty interaction I've
And
ever seen
then
from
after
two
that,
two grown men. Bro.
And then we're at the bleachers, and then I guess someone said something provocative during the female game.
Bro, no one said anything provocative.
So then we all had to go to the buses, but then one of our teammates, like parents, went up and like pleaded our case because they were sitting right next to us. So like, if we said anything provocative, they would have heard it. And I said, "Okay, can you guys chill out?" But maybe they just like because I think I saw when we left, they started winning. Or not started winning, but started scoring more points.
Right.
So maybe, you know, it was like
To me, it was just a bunch of bull because, like, I know we didn't say anything that was crossing the line. Like, yeah, maybe we would have been yelling, like, stuff that would have got him hurt, but we didn't say anything like the B word. We didn't say anything.
It's not even like we were yelling stuff that would have got him hurt. Like, we're screaming out.
They're just getting sentimental
Strike and stuff like
you know, big praise to one of our teammates' parents that came all the way from here to Coachella. You know, they vouched for us. They told Xavier, and you know, at the end of the day, we got back out, and we couldn't even cheer for our team.
Hey, at least we got Chick-fil-A after.
Yeah, at least we got
no Chick-fil-A sauce.
No Chick-fil-A sauce.
No Chick-fil-A sauce.
That
Actually, I saw Johnson not eating Chick-fil-A sauce when he was eating. Maybe that's why. But I don't know.
That was a great game. I had. How many outs did you have?
Well, I was catcher, so I had 0 outs. Plus,
You had a couple.
Well, he kind of did
Leo
it.
sold me 2 balls that could have gotten some.
Leo did not.
Yes,
He
he
did,
did, bro.
he
He
did.
threw me one over, and then he threw me one too low
He did.
on 2
I saw
different
that.
innings.
But,
Dude, dude.
hey, it's elite level pitching with, you know, there
No,
has
that
to be
one
there has to be
catch I
pros
got
and, there has to be pros and cons.
Yeah. I don't know, but like me and you are both catching these freaking heaters coming from Adam, and I'm catching them off my 1 foot on the fucking plate.
Right.
You're catching them with 1 foot on the plate, but then these pitches from Leo, like they're coming in soft, but they're just coming in like a little lower.
Coming in soft. Okay.
Yo, nah, you ain't gotta make it like that. I'm talking about baseball, man.
mean-
But yeah, so like they weren't really that hard compared to like what Adam throws at you or what Marco would throw at you.
Dude, be throwing fireballs.
That's
And
what I'm saying. Like we were catching those out, so that's why I'm saying like Leo did not sell you on those throws, bro.
Bro, yes, he did.
You could have caught those.
No, I couldn't, bro. He threw me one way above my head.
How Leo Adam does the same thing, Marco does the same thing, and they're coming in at 80. They're coming in at 70, dude. And they smacked your glove and you catch
Dude,
them.
no, bro, you're not understanding. Did you see the ball that Leo threw me?
Yeah,
That Leo threw me?
I saw it.
Okay, I'm talking about the one that was like a little low to the left.
Okay,
of the
yeah,
plate.
maybe I
You
could've caught
You
that,
could have
but-
made that play. That
But
shit,
like the bounce on that shit was insane, man.
that pissed me off. That was our last play.
Insane bounce on the ground, huh?
Insane bounce. Oh, I did see that one.
Dude, yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, we're kind of dragging that.
Moving on. NFL
Yeah.
draft just happened.
Yeah.
Crazy draft. A lot of quarterbacks taken
Who's
in
the
the first round.
pick? Or who's the first pick?
The GOAT, Caleb Williams, generational talent right there.
No,
Doesn't do it.
not he's not Bryce Young.
He's
right?
nowhere near Bryce's Young.
Bryce is young.
Bryce
Wait, is he
is
the guy
young.
that like painted his nails?
Yeah, but that's just his personality, his
Okay.
character. It doesn't define him as a player. You know, his play is definitely one of one.
You're a quarterback. You're supposed to be a leader.
He is a
You're
leader. His
supposed to
play,
be-
just because the
you're
man paints his
supposed to
nails,
be a
just
man.
because the man acts feminine.
I'm not.
I did see
no. Listen to what you just said. Just because the man paints his nails, just because he acts feminine, is this the guy you want to lead your football team?
But
Out the
who's-
locker
wait,
room?
wait,
It doesn't
is it-
matter.
wait,
Look, this
do
is
you
the thing
get
that
drafted
bothers
to
me.
the
Like, it might be against societal norms for a man to paint his nails, but
No,
it
I'm
doesn't.
not talking about societal norms.
No, because you're saying he can't be
gotta
a leader.
You gotta have some type of level of respect for yourself.
Wait, are you talking-
Well, okay, so just because he paints his nails doesn't mean he doesn't have a level of respect
Come
for
on,
himself.
man.
Well, he got drafted by the
Bro,
Bears,
no,
right?
Come
you're literally attacking this man for painting his nails. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, so
What
wait.
NFL starting quarterback paints his nails?
No one.
There you go.
But what
There you
does
go.
that mean?
There you go.
It still got him
There
drafted
you
first
go.
overall. What are we talking about
There
here?
you go.
But I
That's
did see a
ridiculous.
video that like some of like or mostly all the quarterbacks have a little flaw into their game.
What do you mean?
I saw it was like a video, like one of those like TikTok AI like voices, like, oh, this guy can't set his feet right. He can't
Bro,
do
that's
walk
every
back.
quarterback has a
Every
flaw-
quarterback
has
has
a flaw.
something, and especially
like, he
if it's
doesn't hold the
college.
ball right.
If it's college going into the NFL, like, dude, as soon as like that process from them going into their first season, they're getting all of that trimmed down. Like they're getting all of that fixed. They're
It takes
in the
time.
film. They're in the film room showing them like, hey, your footwork sucks, but
Yeah,
you
fix
throw
it
great.
now.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's professional. It's money, dude. They need to win these games. That's what I'm talking about. Like they can't, can't be worried about what nail color you're gonna have and how you're gonna do your feet work in the same night. You know?
It doesn't matter, bro. If he's winning
That's
games and he's
what-
being
that's
a
what
good
I'm talking
quarterback, it
about.
doesn't matter what the man's doing. You think
He's
his
probably
teammates?
thinking
Wait,
about-
You think the general manager of the Bears
So
is like,
what
oh
if-
my
what
god,
if-
we're not gonna take this guy
Wait,
first overall because
let's
he's painting his nails.
let's say Tom Brady has his nails painted. Does that still make him the GOAT?
Yes.
He would never have his nails painted.
But I'm just saying if he did.
Like
would-
now.
That's hypothetical thing. That's like
No, I'm just saying like
that would never happen.
Okay, what if
that's
Tom
the
Brady
point of
came out?
hypothetical questions.
If Tom Brady painted his nails,
Yeah, would you still consider him? Oh, well, he's
that's what makes Tom Brady so great. Though, isn't
No,
it?
it doesn't.
He's not.
What makes him
not.
great is his skills and his plays.
What makes him great?
Bro, and he's just gonna wear gloves. He's gonna wear gloves, no?
He doesn't
Tom
wear
Brady doesn't wear
Bro,
gloves.
any quarterback that wears gloves is disgusting.
Okay.
Don't you disrespect Teddy Two Gloves
Bro,
like that ever
Kenny
again.
Pickett and Teddy, bro, they're good quarterbacks, but I just can't see.
No, before Teddy Bridgewater was good. He retired a great quarterback. I don't care. Kenny Pickett is garbage though. I'll give you that. So who was taken second?
Youch.
Oh, Jaden Daniels. That's
Okay.
alright. Jaden Daniels, and then Drake May, which I think.
Let's just cut to the chase. Talk about the stupidest pick in the draft. We got number 8 with the Atlanta Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback, when they already signed Kirk Cousins to what was it, a 4-year?
4-year,
4-year,
180 million.
$180 million for 4 years, and this you know what? I'm gonna take back what I said about the stupidest pick in the draft, because we watched this happen with the Green Bay Packers twice, and it worked.
But
They had Aaron Rodgers sit under Brett Favre for a couple years. He comes in, performs. They had Jordan Love sit under Aaron Rodgers for a couple years. He comes in, he takes them to the playoffs.
the only difference is that Michael Penix is 24 and Jordan
How old was Aaron Rodgers when he got his first start?
20. I'm not sure.
We gotta look that
It was
up.
like years. I wasn't
Before
even born yet,
we
bro.
say anything, we gotta look up what age he was before he got his first start.
But I
Probably
was
like
thinking it was
20-something.
the NBA
So-
strategy. Like
Yeah,
just choose the best player and like.
Nah,
Like-
it's not best player available. Only that position you can't really do, because if you already have a quarterback, you can't like
Well, I want another one.
how would you start 2 quarterbacks at the same time?
I want another one.
You can't do that. So wait, how old was Jordan Love when he started? I know
Aaron
Jordan
Rodgers
Love.
sat for 3 years behind Baby R NFL draft. He was 24 years old.
So Michael Penix is going to be 24 years old when he starts.
No, he's gonna be like 28.
28 after
28.
4 years.
After 4 years,
He's
be like,
24 right now.
He's 24 right now.
What the fuck was he doing in college for?
Yeah, probably because he was probably good, and I don't know, man. That's just his career. He wanted to stay in
Where
college.
was he always at Washington?
No,
or did
he
move?
He moved to Washington.
Of course.
I think he
Probably
played at Clemson. I think I'm not sure.
senior undeclared. His major's still undeclared, dude. He's playing college ball. That's funny. Well, I still think it's a good idea. 28 still.
He's 24. on
Sam
May
8th. Sam Darnold came out of college at 21, dude.
8th. And he stole his ass.
Exactly. So it doesn't age. You can't really like.
I mean, maybe Michael. Maybe
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe Kirk gets injured or something.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Like-
saying. Maybe it isn't going to be 4 years. Maybe it's going to be 2 or 3, dude,
But
before
at
they
the,
move
same,
on.
at the same time, it's like why pay him that much money?
Who? Kirk?
Kirk, yeah, like you couldn't give him
130 million?
no like 180 like it was like almost bro. His contract was like 200 million, bro.
That's what I said. I remember it being like 250 or something, dude.
Yeah, like why? Like I understand getting the veteran guy and like having him sit, but then like
It's just because
that
it's who it is at the moment and what you need, dude. They needed a quarterback who could perform at the level of Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was the only one on the market, and that was the price they could get him at. That's what I'm saying. That's probably like the lowest price they could probably get Kirk Cousins.
bro.
at.
Maybe in a couple years we're looking at Penix as like serviceable. Maybe
Serviceable?
like maybe he's like decent.
Or who knows? Who knows? Maybe
This could
Kirk
be like
Cousins.
the best pick ever. Man.
Exactly. Maybe Kirk Cousins doesn't work out at all, and it's like a Tom Brady thing where he just goes in his first season.
Gets injured. I don't know, man.
Exactly.
Anything can ever happen.
Anything can happen. It's
Bro,
a
did
good.
you guys see Kirk Cousins' neighbor with Dwight Howard?
What?
Wait, what?
Bro, Dwight Howard is
Yeah.
neighbors with
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins?
Cousins in Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have a picture. It's literally viral. You should look it up. It's Dwight posted. He was like, just found out I'm neighbors with Kirk Cousins, and some of the comments were like, say no to Dwight. It was the foot, bro. It was
Say
crazy.
no to
mean-
Dwight.
Bro, Dwight has some weird allegations, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right?
but honestly, Dwight Howard's like the funniest guy I know, bro.
I think I know who Dwight Howard is. He's
Yeah.
the guy. He has a picture of him in ponytails, huh? Like a funny,
No,
like
no,
a
no.
funny picture.
Let
me
How
see.
could I? How could I?
Let me
Like,
see a picture of Dwight Howard, and I'll tell
Oh.
you who Dwight Howard is.
this little fella.
Yeah, bro, I know who Dwight Howard is.
He's a Taiwan legend right now. Dude, the thing about the NFL draft I kind of really wish the NBA did is that they have like celebrities pull up and like say the picks.
That's dope.
Cause like right now it's just the commissioner that just says the picks. He's like, oh, okay.
It's just a commissioner.
Yeah, it's literally just a commissioner. Adam
Yeah?
Silver's just like, what the 18th pick?
They should at least have some like.
Yeah, but like I seen the like sketches there.
they had a whole bunch of people.
they got like people from Germany.
They got
and everything.
Eminem.
Panthers. You seen
Yeah.
that one? Panthers or Eminem announced Detroit's.
Yeah, well, yes, he's a big.
Nah, bro, the hype at the beginning was looking kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
The hype?
What?
What
Like
was it?
we're like the whole like some
What?
Alliance
What?
players
What?
came
What?
out
What?
and Eminem
You know,
came
I
out.
really like.
What?
I really like when Michigan came out.
MSU.
No, Michigan, the one who just won the national championship.
Like
Michigan.
the whole team.
Michigan, the whole team of Michigan came out.
Who's the guy that said the Chiefs pick that couldn't read? I seen that video.
The NFL equivalent, he can't
Oh,
read, dude.
I seen
There's like TV shows that he's been
the
on.
NFL chase. So like,
Yeah,
Sesame
the
Piss.
San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco.
I mean, that's funny, dude. Yeah, they know he can't like read.
and then there's people that go like, I think, I don't know, but like there's like a guy that was like super glazing the Chiefs, like the back-to-back champions,
Yeah.
my Chiefs.
Yeah, that guy had an accent. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. The draft was fun though. Whole bunch of celebrities came out. A whole bunch of new faces in the NFL that I can't wait to see. Who in the later rounds or kind of like mid first round are you looking forward to see like in the NFL in action?
so-
Brendan Rice.
Brendan Rice.
Brendan Rice.
I can't wait to see Luke McCaffrey.
Luke, he was the yeah.
Luke McCaffrey's in the NFL now, dude. We got Christian McCaffrey in the NFL, and
Oh, is
now
that
we
his
got
brother?
Luke
Yeah.
McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
Dude, their whole family's been in the NFL.
Whole family?
Yeah.
Like his dad.
It's you should have seen
Generational.
the
His mom?
draft party looked like a everyday Saturday at their house, dude. They were just gathered around in the living room, like chill.
Wait, so like
No, they weren't even hyped like that.
Wait, so,
Christian
like,
McCaffrey was like, oh, cool. Like, dude, it was.
they're not there live?
What do you mean?
Like they're like live waiting for their name to be called and like walk
Yeah,
up? Oh.
they have cameras in their living room. Like they set up a camera in the living room.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, but like they're not there like live, like the where they make the picks.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, okay. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
NBA, you have to be sitting like right at that table.
Nah, they do them from home. A lot of them do them from home.
Yeah.
Like, well, they have cameras. I bet they give them a camera. Like, okay, put this in like a living room where you can see your whole family, like stuff like that. I bet that's what they do. But the NBA should do that because just the commissioner.
I
The 2020 draft,
Yeah.
the NBA.
Did we mention the Chiefs got Xavier from the Bills, or was it? Yeah, was it Bills?
Yeah, the Bills and their trade ended up giving the Chiefs the fastest wide receiver in the NFL draft, which everyone's like, "Oh, it's another Tyreek Hill. It's another Tyreek Hill."
Except with all the muscle.
Yeah, well, you know.
Maybe he can build some.
Yeah, maybe. You know, who knows? Yeah, I hope maybe it is like Tyreek Hill. You know, that was an entertaining offense to watch.
Another 3 rings. You know.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I think the Panthers got the best Xavier.
Okay.
Panthers got the better Xavier in the draft.
Moving on.
Let's talk about. I'll talk about the playoffs. So
NBA playoffs.
Yeah. So
Hopping right now.
Pelicans got swept.
Yes.
No,
as
not,
expected.
yeah, the Pelicans
they
got swept by OKC.
Best young team.
Well, everything in the East is kind of solid right now. They're like, I get Joel Embiid. He's playing like trash right now. He's playing dirty. He's playing
like
Draymond.
always.
Have you seen like the dirty plays he's doing?
The Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Like the little sneaky like bumping and stuff.
So he hit an elbow on Jalen Brunson. He stepped on the ankle of Josh Hart.
Bro's the next Draymond Green.
He grabbed Mitchell Robinson's leg when he was jumping, so he grabbed it down and made him twist his ankle.
Yeah.
He kicked Mitchell Robinson in the nuts.
All in this playoff series.
All
And separate games or.
all in 3 of those things I just mentioned, 1 game.
Oh my god. How was he not suspended?
Hey man, and people are like, oh, if Mitchell Robinson did the same thing that he did, he would be suspended for life. It's just like, oh, he's a superstar.
MVP.
Yeah.
I think because he's like entertainment, you know, like people go to see
Yeah.
him play, and you know the NBA knows that like don't suspend the
They
best
know
player.
who their star players is.
Like, but if it was any other random guy doing those antics,
he's
bro,
done.
he's
Get out of
out. He's out.
The Thanos Antetokounmpo led Milwaukee Bucks. The bodyguard of the Bucks.
Dude,
They actually, I don't know how they beat the Pacers, but they ended up beating the Pacers.
last night.
Yeah.
The series is not over. Though,
No,
right?
it's 3-2.
I want the Pacers to win.
Yeah, me too. But also the Lakers. I mean, it was predictable.
At least they didn't get swept.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, at least they won their home.
But we
you know.
knew they were gonna lose.
Yeah.
As a realistic Lakers fan, you know, I'm not one of these delusional Lakers fans that are like, oh, we're gonna go to championship every year. No. Like
Oh,
they,
I did. Wait, they
we're
won.
gonna get Kyrie in free agency. We're gonna trade, dude. Like every.
They
Like,
win 1 game. Like, oh, we're pushing it to 7. We're
we're
pushing
gonna
it
get
to
Zach.
7.
We're gonna get Zach Levine. Like, dude, no. Like,
Relax,
we knew we were gonna lose. You know.
But my most like, he done miracles on me. My most like favorite moment was the Snake KD getting swept by the young up and coming GOAT Anthony Edwards. KD is known for many things. He's known for being a loser. He's known for being a liar, kinda. You know, he always just blames his team. He's like the James Harden. Like he just, oh, this guy he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Dude, if you look at KD's career, he's had superstars around him. He had super teams every team. OKC, he had James Harden and Russell Westbrook on the same team. Stephen Curry,
the
Klay
Warriors,
Thompson,
the Nets, and then now the Suns,
yeah.
bro. It's sad. I hate seeing KD like this.
Oh, I love seeing KD like this.
But I like to distinguish his career to like his player attributes, like what he can do on the floor, like his skill, just him as a player. Like he's good, but it's just the things he's done in his career were like wanting to prove him. Like he could have just stayed in Golden State.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what the money was like back then or what contracts were what, but I feel like one of them was gonna have to leave because like those guys were still young in their prime, like
Yeah.
Draymond, Clay, Curry, like dude, like those guys were gonna get paid. And you know, KD wanted to prove a point. You know,
Man, he failed. He failed
and he
at that
fell off
point.
after that. He fell off. He never won.
He built a super team in the Nets that failed. Now he built a super team in the Suns and
The Suns don't have a first round pick to 2030. This is the last year.
completely destroyed the Suns' future endeavors. Like I don't know what he was thinking.
KD's a Hall of Famer, but just people are always gonna talk about him like, what if this and what
Yeah.
if he's gonna be like that what if player.
His 2 rings are they're so like they should be placed with an altar sticker, or what is it called? Is that what it's called?
What?
An Alterix?
What?
It's like, oh, it might be fraudulent.
Oh, like it might not count.
Yeah, cause like, dude, you had the best player in the league.
Yeah.
You had his a sharpshooter. You had the defensive player of the year. Like, and you sweep LeBron, but dude, and then after that you're like you want to prove a point, and then you build a super team in Brooklyn, completely ruin their future, lose, leave, and then join the Suns and build another super team. You know, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, him, Frank Vogel is a NBA champion winner, and he loses again. He got not even loses, he got swept. But like, I mean, the Timberwolves are a really good team. You can't say like, oh yeah, the Timberwolves.
He might just retire.
He should retire, honestly. Like, I mean, honestly, nah.
I like seeing KD play. Like, I love his game.
Yeah.
But it's just like you ruined your own career, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way people are gonna talk about you in your career is like not the best. Like, dude, people are gonna talk about that Warriors 2017 year like one of the best teams since like the Jordan era. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know a little bit about the NBA and those times and
the
teams
Lakers
and stuff.
the Lakers getting real desperate.
Lakers, I think
They're playing. Well, people are saying they're playing to draft Bronny James so that
they probably will. I'm gonna be honest.
so that what's it called LeBron James will guarantee to stay with them for another like 2 years or a year because he really wants to play with his son. So I could possibly see them drafting Bronny.
When's the NBA draft in July? No,
It's it's like in July.
towards like the finals. No.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's about it for NBA.
That's about it for the NBA.
Got any more sports or just go straight
MLB
to
baseball? Maybe no. People don't watch
I mean, there's a
baseball. Fight Brewers, Rays, pitchers talking mad hate.
honestly, the fights are like
I love watching the MLB
Yeah.
fights, bro.
it's like either they get hit with
dude,
the
the
ball.
MLB Instagram posted the fight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like they like
How did it start? It was like they got hit with the ball or something?
no, I think the pitcher like threw an out or like the pitcher threw the pitch, the guy hit it, but then obviously it wasn't a big hit and second base I think scooped it up and tossed it to first and he was out, so that ended the game. And the pitcher was running the first trying to see because the ball was kind of far out.
Yeah.
So the pitcher ran to first to see if he could get him out, but no, didn't, I think. And the guy running the first was already at the first, but obviously he didn't touch it. So they're walking back, and the pitcher like looked at him and said something, and they just started chirping, man. They started going back and forth, and next thing you know, like both dugouts are running out, like they're pushing each other. Man, you know how baseball fights go.
Yeah.
But we just found out this morning or a couple minutes ago that 2 pitchers got suspended for a couple games, and then the general manager for the team got suspended, and then I think one of the
general manager?
the general manager. It's different in baseball because the general manager is actually like in the games.
Oh, okay.
And he's
How
like,
the hell does a general manager get?
bro, bro,
He's probably
like
like-
Aaron
you don't-
Boone, like Aaron
You
Boone.
don't get to make decisions for 2 weeks.
Like those guys are like the general manager is like going out to the pitch, like controlling the pitching of the game. He's like giving out new pitchers. You know, like you have this many pitches left in the game. Don't mess it up. You know, they're pulling out whatever. The general manager is a big part of the game in baseball.
Imagine that was like a thing in like the NFL where like the general manager can get suspended. Like, okay, you can't make a trade for 2 days, 3 days. No
Nah,
trades for you.
It's only if they like do some fraud stuff, like money or something.
But I'm just like, bro, like, man. But how is that like? Unless you like, you probably just exited
No,
the
because
dugout.
the general managers they be arguing with umpires too. Like
Well, not Aaron Boone situation because Aaron Boone wasn't even saying anything.
no, yeah, that was the umpire's fault.
Whack, you're out. Get
You're
out.
out, you're good, goodbye. Moving on. What else do we got?
Merge. Anything
anything
happened
in
in
mind?
the combat
Anything?
sports?
The boxing lineup.
There's a good fight gonna go on March 8th.
In March?
Huh?
In March next year?
This month.
March this month?
Actually, May 8th. Yeah, May 8th. Oh, wait. January, February. What the fuck? February, March?
March. Unconfirmed March.
No, I
Wait,
think
March.
it's in May. It's in May 8th. We got Isaac Cruz and Jose Valenzuela. We got Tim Su
Tim the
and
Tap Man.
Virgil Ortiz. This is gonna be my favorite fight there. Tim Su is a very good fighter. He had a very good fight with some guy named Fundora. Last fight, it was a very bloodiest fight I've seen in a minute. And Virgil Ortiz is just an up and coming boxer from Oxnard, California, who has
The only guy I know in that lineup is Isaac Cruz.
Yeah, he's a great
I love
fighting
that guy.
style.
People
That's
are
gonna
calling
be
him
a
Mike
good
Tyson.
match. Good.
Do you see it?
Not at all. Two different
Oh, man, that
styles.
Mike Tyson shit.
Two different styles.
What is Mike Tyson?
That's two way different
I'm the
styles.
greatest ever.
Mike Tyson doesn't care about his future right now.
Andy Ruiz is fighting Jarrell Miller. David Morrell is fighting. I'm not even going to attempt to say that name. Ryan Devoje Kalazokic. and Andy Cruz is fighting Antonio Moran. That is going to be the undercard. Those two undercards. And we got Andy Ruiz, Tim Tszyu, Virgil Ortiz, Isaac Cruz, Jose Valenzuela. Those are going to be great fight lineups. These are, I think, lightweight, welterweight, heavyweight, middleweight, lightweight.
So
wanna see that
when you
Isaac
say great fights, and you haven't even listed the Jake Paul fight, you know.
That's a clown fight, dude.
Wait, are they fighting in heavyweight?
No, dude. There's no. How the fuck, dude?
I feel like
That's not a boxing. That's not a boxing match.
I don't even know.
That's a rodeo. That's a circus.
But it's gonna count their professional records.
that doesn't matter. It's not.
It could be looked at. It could be like a very professional fight, but to the fans'
Dude,
eye, like we know it's like.
He's 60 years old.
Yeah,
You don't need to be a boxing fan.
He wants it.
Bro,
I
he's getting
respect-
paid.
He's getting
I
paid,
respect
bro.
the hustle.
This is not a fight where he's like he
you're
wants
not-
something to prove.
This is not something where everybody's going, oh, are you guys gonna watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I might watch it, but like
you are.
but
You're
like-
gonna watch it.
I'm gonna pay for it.
You watch the WWE. Of course, you're gonna
I'm
want to
gonna
watch
pay
the
for
Jake Paul fucking Mike Tyson fight, dude. Of course. And this is the same guy who can be like, boxing is just a little boring to me. You know, I just can't seem to enjoy
Well,
it.
yeah, like I'm sorry, I don't want to watch two grown men clinch the whole fight, and then every 2 minutes.
I don't know what
stops.
boxing he's watching.
I watched the David Haney and Ryan Garcia fight.
They clinched for 2 minutes total in the round.
No, they did not. David Haney was clinching him.
For how long?
Dude, I was literally falling asleep. I literally got.
But was he clinching for 2 minutes straight? No, it was a boxing match.
No,
They
they'd
were
walk
throwing-
around. They'd walk around, and then David
pull
Haney.
up one round where they're walking around for more than 10 seconds, dude.
Then David Haney.
15 seconds, dude.
And little jabs, little pecks, like.
What do you
Little-
think that is? What do you think that is?
That's not MMA. That's not MMA.
See, because he likes that like always in action, like kicking in,
Action
off tables.
movie. He needs fucking Iron Man to show up for a boxing match, and then he'll watch
No,
it,
I
dude.
just need action. I need like people like takedowns.
This is what TikTok and YouTube Shorts does to
Wait,
a brain
you can't,
right
wait, you
here.
can't say that when.
This is what TikTok.
This is what low
this is
testosterone
what
does to a man.
YouTube Shorts does to a man. You can't sit still for more than 30 seconds. You
You
can't.
got the subway on TikTok.
Yeah, you gotta have. That's how you gotta watch boxing. You gotta have.
What's your argument for not liking boxing?
have Subway
I already
Surfers?
said my arguments. Like,
But, like,
I just
You watched the wrong fights. I don't know what to tell you. You're not into it.
So I watched the wrong fight with Ryan Garcia and David Haney.
That was a great fight. I don't know. You're the
You're
only,
just not
the
seeing-
only person ever that I've heard saying that wasn't a good fight. That was a great
Honestly, it
fight.
wasn't a good
I don't
fight,
even know boxing like that, and I like the fight.
That was a great fight.
I
like the
just
fight.
don't like boxing.
Then that's just an opinion you have. You
That's
think,
what the whole.
but
That's
you
what I'm
can't,
trying to say.
You can't say it's boring though. You can't say
not
they.
to any boxing
You
fan
can't
in the
say
country.
you can't say it's
Oh my
boring. You
God,
can't say that they're walking around for 2
yeah,
minutes.
you're not allowed to grow man.
That's literally a part of the opinion I was just saying.
That's-
If my
that's
opinion
wrong.
was I don't like it, I have to
don't
state.
like it.
I just state a reason why I don't like it.
Okay. You say you can say you don't like it all you want, but you can't say it's boring, and you can't say they walk around.
I said I find it boring.
You find it boring.
Hey, that's my point. I'm not saying it's boring. I'm saying I find it boring.
okay.
Like other people can find it.
You
like,
said it's not MMA.
I said
No, yeah,
You
did
said
that.
it's not MMA.
trying to compare it.
Nah,
You
come
trying to compare it.
on.
yeah, I'm trying to compare
don't.
it. I'm trying to
Stand
compare
on business. Stand
I'm
on
trying to-
business.
You're
All right,
just,
let him talk. Let him
wait,
talk. Let him
Stand
talk.
on
I compared it. It's like I said, it's because something like the MMA, which is
You didn't
is
say
another,
something like that.
Well, what
MMA.
does that mean, though?
Hold on. You guys are literally interrupting what I'm saying. I'm trying to speak to you. You guys are wait, but what is that? I'm getting to that point.
Go.
I'm getting to that point. I compare it to the MMA because it's also a combat sport.
Okay.
But it's a combat sport that takes more what's called time. There's more like what's called.
More action, like you.
There's more.
Well, it depends. You can find MMA fights where they're sizing up, where they're jabbing for 2 minutes. You can find MMA fights where they're on the floor crawling around for the whole
Oh,
round.
that's called wrestling. It's called.
Bro,
And
there's
then
wrestling,
dude,
kicking,
Oh my god.
jumping off the cage, like doing
They don't
crazy
jump- what?
things. Bro, like you don't see those finishes in MMA. I've seen UFC fights where like guys jump off cages.
Look,
and
look.
boom.
That-
MMA,
what-
MMA. You will find idle moments in MMA the way you will find idle moments in boxing. I'm telling you, you will find both of them. You will find MMA fighters clinching on the floor. You will find them running around the ring jabbing, just as you will find boxers circling each other. Just as you will find boxers clinching, it's just how you find boxers jabbing. Clinching is a big way of Isaac Pitbull Cruz's style. And do you think Isaac fights boring?
No.
That's a big thing in his style.
You just have to find the beauty in it. Bro.
You gotta look.
I know.
It's chess, dude. It's chess.
Well, I don't like chess. I hate chess.
You're a checkers guy.
checkers guy.
No, he's a Connect Four guy.
I don't like checkers.
He's
either.
a Connect Four guy. He needs bright lights. You need bright lights, Anthony.
What?
That's.
Dude, what else do you like, Anthony?
Like
Sports,
I
anything.
mean basketball.
Okay.
Bright lights, fast moving.
What?
That's what we gotta recognize here.
Wait, but I can watch a basketball game. That
Okay,
the whole opinion is just
Basketball, I would
fun.
say, yeah, basketball's fun though.
okay,
Basketball-
but
anyone can watch
you can't just say, oh, yeah, you can't sit down for more than 1 hour. I can sit down and watch a whole basketball game.
Yeah.
I don't
What
find
point are
that.
you
Well,
trying to make?
why can't you watch half an hour of a boxing match?
Dude, oh my god, man. Jesus Christ. Plus, it takes like 30 years just to start one match, especially the main events.
Because there's undercards. People
like-
gotta make it to the main event.
No,
That's
once the
giving
main
them-
once
that's
the
giving them a
undercard ends, there's like a whole long wait. You have to wait for them to walk from their dressing room. You have to literally what's all one motion.
The ring walk.
They're all walked.
That's a part of it. The ring walk.
and then the promos.
That's a part of
and
the
then
show. Have you
Even
seen Deontay Wilder's ring walks? That's a part of the show.
even the what's called the Tyson.
if you
even
go-
the Tyson Fury and what's called Francis fight. There's literally a
Don't you like to watch your players walk out of the tunnel?
players.
Like your NBA team?
They don't walk out the tunnel.
You ain't got nothing like that in the NBA or MLB.
No, they just-
They're just warming up.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's if you're there, the ring walk in. You've never been to a boxing match? I've been to one at a casino, dude. The ring walk is part of the show. The music.
I think what it is, you gotta go watch a boxing match.
You gotta watch a full boxing
I
match.
did.
in person. Like, you gotta be there.
You act
That
like I
shit
didn't watch the whole fight. I did.
Electric, dude.
I watched
ring
even the
walks are-
undercards.
So how were you saying that it takes long and you don't like the ring walks when you were talking about Ryan Garcia's orchestra ring walk and how you like that?
I did say I said when he was backstage listening to it.
He walked out to orchestra
No, he did. He walked out to Kanye.
with Kanye. No,
You don't even know you don't even know the walkout.
but you did. So you watched it.
Yeah.
It was a ring walk.
That's
That's
what
part of the fight.
Oh my God, I'm not saying that, bro.
So
you
what-
literally
what do you-
just said.
So
yeah,
okay.
he was
So
like-
what's boring about before the fight?
Oh my.
What's boring about before the fight?
The wait is boring, bro.
And he said, and they come out to their music and stuff like that.
When did I say that? When did I actually say that?
Hey,
When did
man,
I say that?
this is.
I said.
Come
I
on.
said.
Oh, what's boring? What's boring about before the fight?
I like literally just said the wait time. It's literally average 45 minutes to an hour for the wait.
An hour before the main event.
I literally, dude. Holy
Have you
smokes.
ever watched a boxing match in your life?
Oh my God, bro.
I do. An hour to 45 minutes. So you understand that it goes co-main event, which is a championship fight, to another championship fight? You know that. It goes co-main event to main event? It can't be more than 10 minutes or 20 minutes because they need to have the judges. and
Ultimately,
everything
Anthony thinks
sanctioned.
that boxing is not a very fun sport to watch and pleasing to the eyes, and we think that boxing is just as.
We need a half Subway Surfers, half boxing. We need a channel for Anthony so he can watch
Wait.
it.
Whatever.
That's
Let's
still-
just compromise here, and we just say that.
Anthony needs to stick to NBA. Or not
Sure,
NBA,
whatever.
MMA.
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You know, everyone likes certain other things. You know, some people like this, some people like
we
that.
gotta get into world news now. What do we got
Yeah,
for
there you
world
go, there you
news?
go.
What's world news? Alvaro,
World news.
what do we have written down?
Protest at the colleges, like
UNC Chapel Hill. They try to take
bro
a
at
flag down.
UCLA. I saw that one that morning. UCLA is happening at UCLA.
It's a whole bunch.
You want to join it?
Sure. USC.
USC.
Oh, it was at USC.
Yeah, USC.
So it was at USC and UNC Chapel Hill, the University of North Carolina.
you
They were-
want to join in?
As well as
You could take a
as
seat.
well as
Oh, so before
Humboldt State.
we start talking, we got a special guest This is Mr. Niles sub. Mr. Niles gone today. That's why we haven't heard from him today. And this is the guy that's subbing in for him. And you know,
You wanna go ahead and give your name?
Your name?
My name is Mr. Andrade.
Mr. Andrade.
Mr. Andrade. What a nice name. All right, if you want to go ahead and explain that.
It's not the way I pronounce it. It's Andrade. It's
Andrade.
not Mexican. A lot of people say Andrade, but
Andrade.
it's Andrade.
Andrade.
But if I said it in Portuguese, it would be Mr. Andrade.
Andrade. How do you spell that?
Like Andrade. Andrade. Andrade.
Oh, Andrade.
Yeah, but it's Andrade in Portugal. And if you go down to Brazil, it's Andrade.
Andrade.
That's interesting. You want to go ahead and explain to us what's going on at these universities and stuff?
I have no idea.
Speak your mind.
I did my university thing, getting my degrees and all that stuff, but I started back in 1979. And in 1979, we had the Iranian crisis when the Iranians took
Hostages.
The hostages, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
They took the hostages at the embassy. And back then, President Carter created a plan with special forces to go and try to rescue these hostages. It was a blunder, and it kind of fell by the wayside. And they were hostages for a few months.
Oh, snap.
And then the presidency, we got Mr. President Reagan, and the day that the president was inaugurated or was sworn in, the Iranians released the hostages because they knew that President Reagan was not going to mess around. So I was at College of the Desert. It was my second year at college. No, my first year at College of the Desert, 1979. First of all, I thought I was going to get drafted because somebody told me that they were going to reinstate the draft. So one of the first things I did was while I was at College of the Desert, I went down to Norton Air Force Base, which was an Air Force base in San Bernardino, and I took the test to become a reservist. So in the case that they started the draft again, I didn't want them to throw a rifle in my hand and send me off to the Middle East. So I would be, working stateside. Well, it never happened, and it was pretty much dissolved. But the tension back then, I felt very sorry for the Middle Eastern students at College of the Desert because they were being harassed.
And you saw this, like,
oh,
in
absolutely,
person?
yeah. And it was, College of the Desert back then. College of the Desert, I look at as being a wonderful college. I got my AA in art there. Great college, but it was very small. The happening thing was going to the cafeteria and hanging out.
Yeah.
And there was a little game room, and back then, your games didn't exist the way that they exist now electronically. You had a pool table, and you had a couple of electronic games like Centipede and Pac-Man and Asteroids. And a lot of the Middle Eastern students got a scholarship to come over and study in California. And they would hang out there, there were a group of them. And they got so scared that rather than having a name like Ahmed or Patel or whatever, they were changing their name to, because they looked, they're dark skinned, they looked Latino. Yeah. So they started naming themselves Jose and Juan just so that they would blend in. Yeah. And so,
being that they were from somewhere else, like they dressed,
Iran, Iraq, Syria.
They dressed
just like us.
Just like us, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So they dressed the exact same. They had the
Pretty
same
much.
names.
I mean, we were wearing, T-shirts. We, out. They weren't tucked in. They were wearing a lot of their clothing. They were properly dressed.
Yeah.
And they, tucked their shirts in and whatnot. Now, what had happened in Iran is that the Shah, who was basically the president, was kicked out. And the Khomeini, which was a fundamentalist, I would say Muslim organization, Muslim group, came in and they took over. And very basically, that is what's happening today.
That's what's happening today.
In
So you're
in
saying
Iran.
you think you're seeing just like the exact like copy and paste of what's going on?
No, not necessarily. What's happening here is, if you want my personal opinion, I
Yes.
think there are a lot of kids that are going off to these universities with no concept of, first of all, no common sense. They're raised with families that have always tended to their needs, have always respected their opinions in life. Your opinion
opinions-
is just like everybody
Yeah.
else's. It doesn't carry weight.
You don't grow up with a sense of authority or a sense
Exactly.
of a sense
Exactly.
of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Janessa Chavez, please come to the front office.
what time is it?
Janessa Chavez
leave in
to the
12
front
minutes.
office.
So therefore, these kids are basically in some of these homes, not necessarily the Coachella Valley, because we're all hardworking individuals and our
Yeah.
families are here to make a better life for
I
themselves.
feel like we all grow up kind of like in the same. Well, at least people who grow
We
up
all have the
like,
same
yeah,
values.
the
you
same
know?
principles, and the same.
Traditions.
Everyone wants to have the same respect for everyone.
Right.
Everyone wants to be, okay. No one's above anyone
Right.
here.
So when these kids go off to college, they feel that, college is, the only way. But when they go off to college, they've never worked a job. They've never, gone out and worked with their parents.
I get what you're saying.
Out.
Like they have no sense of urgency or a sense of like just
Yeah.
like they need to get stuff done.
And so they are really attracted to a lot of these social groups. It makes a big difference if, you're in a social group, social media, and, so they get wrapped up into that, and they get wrapped up into a cause rather than focusing on their major,
And
if they have one.
Do you think that like influences opinion? That influences
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
in them completely as a person, or what do you think?
Well, I think that that is a crutch for them. It makes them feel important, to
Like
be
they
in
have
a
something to
group.
do, like
It gives them value.
being in those
Yes.
like social groups that
Yeah, exactly.
protest for certain
Yeah,
ideas,
even though they don't know what it is.
like the history.
Yeah,
of
they have
what the-
no idea
yeah.
about the Middle East. They don't know about, the mass exodus after World War II, when the Jews that were incarcerated, in Germany and Poland and everywhere in
Yeah,
Europe,
and I think,
exodus down to Europe, or down to Israel.
It's
And
it's
they don't know
kinda-
anything about the Gaza Strip. They don't know anything about Palestinians and really what makes up that region. And they just kind of like latch on to almost kind of it reminds me of a book that I read years ago called Lord of the Flies. With kids being on a they were a bunch of school kids, English school kids, crashed on a desert island, and the adults were all killed, and these kids had to make up their own organization. So one group were the good kids, and one that had
Yeah.
values and had common sense, and the other kids wanted to be like little fighters and haters and whatnot, and they battled, and so it was kind of like that. You've got to be in a tribe rather than thinking for yourself.
they're just trying to fit in somewhere.
Yeah. And so I think it's really sad, especially when parents or scholarship organizations
Are paying-
spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for these kids to go off to universities and
Then getting arrested for protesting.
not only that, but when you graduate, what is your major? What skills do you have for the workplace? Oh, well, I protested and I did this and I did that. How is that going to help you get a job?
You have nothing to give to the world.
Absolutely.
When you
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah.
You have nothing to give when you focus your college years on doing that and being, that's not being productive towards yourself. That's being productive to something you don't even know about.
Something that doesn't even bother your
nothing that
life.
concerns you. Well, I don't want to
It's
say
okay to
that.
have an opinion. But
Yeah,
like,
that, but like
to
Isn't
act on it.
everybody?
you're at college. You're there to better yourself. Make a better future future for you and your family, for you and your future family, and they're spending their time, doing protests
because
and
a
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
people would want to be in their place, going to those prestigious
absolutely.
colleges.
It's because it's
Absolutely.
so glorified on social media and just in everyday life, the protesting and the doing what's right kind of like lifestyle, I guess. I feel like a lot of people.
We live in 7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people live that, like, want to live that life. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I went to a protest this morning. Like, oh, you're such a great person. Like, people seek that validation from other people who are just like them. I don't know. It bothers me.
I went to, if I can reflect back, I went to college from 1979. It seems like I never left college, but I went off to a great school after College of the Desert, and I transferred up to a college in Central California called Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. My goal was to become a graphic designer. I mean, I heard that word. I took it I grew up here, Palm Springs, California. Went to Palm Springs High School, graduated in 1978, and I went to College of the Desert for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then I transferred up to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Beautiful place to go to school. It was a learn by doing school. So I was in graphics, so we were actually doing the printing and doing the graphics and doing the drawing and all that stuff. And one group would be engineering. They were building contraptions to see if stress would, if their little contraptions would take on stress. And up at the Cal Poly Village, architects were building buildings and building structures, and they were learning it. They had animal husbandry. They had people coming from all over the world, but mainly here in the United States, where they would come from, like Wyoming and Montana, and they were going to Cal Poly to learn crop science and animal husbandry, where they worked on how to milk cows and the different technology for that. So it was a really great working school. I even met two guys from Mozambique. Was it Mozambique or somewhere in Central Africa, where they were professors, and they came to Cal Poly. They lived in the dorms with us. It's what their country could afford for them, and they were learning about crop science, and they were taking this information and bringing it back to the villages so that they can better help their communities. So it was a great school, and I learned so much.
Did you go there? How long did you go there?
3 years.
For 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
So you studied graphic designing for 3 years?
Graphic communications, graphic design, yeah.
For 3 years.
And then I started my own business and for 25 years, and then I had an opportunity to go into teaching, and I taught graphic design. So a lot of my students are out working in the workplace, and they're out, in some big companies.
What year did you start teaching?
1995, I taught at Canyon Springs High School in Moreno Valley. And I taught there for 4 years,
You taught in Moreno Valley?
Back in the gangster days, yes. 1995 to 1999, and then from 1999 to 2022, I taught at Palm Springs Desert Hot Springs High School, and I had the largest graphic communications department or graphic design besides Cathedral City High School.
Yeah, you can see like the way people, not only students, but just people have changed since then.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Huh?
The phones.
Yeah, that people live their lives like this. Now people live their lives like this. They're living through other people's lives versus living their own lives. A double-edged sword.
You feel like, how do you feel like, I've heard teachers say that now they feel that students feel like they have a sense of entitlement, that they feel like they need everything, they deserve everything. Like, do you agree with that? Do you think that's the same?
I agree. I'll be honest with you, I agree. I walked into a classroom, I didn't care if you were black, white, purple, polka dot, gay, straight, transgender, whatever. My goal was to help better a student so they learn about graphics, and learn about how to work on something.
That's great. As a student, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, that's
great.
What my goal was. Becoming a teacher, it takes a certain individual. You know, I don't think that anybody can become
Yeah,
a
it takes
teacher. It's
a level of
who
patience.
can become a cop? Not everybody can become a cop. You know, it takes a person that has the ability to have compassion and patience and all those type of things. But to give, you know, to share your knowledge, I think is very important. But I wasn't there just for the paycheck. I really enjoyed teaching. And a lot of my students went off and competed in student organizations where they competed with other graphic designers. It was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna ask this question because you were teaching back then. Do you see like, I assume you would ask students like, what do they want to do for their careers?
All the time. It was
So
a very
do
career-based program.
you see the difference in what careers people are chasing now to what they were chasing before?
Like, was it more hands-on?
Was it more, you know, people chasing jobs that were more realistic instead of now people were like, oh, I want to go do this and go do, like, you know.
You know, I tried to give them I tried to encourage them to go the practical way. If you have a passion, if you want to be an auto mechanic, be the best that you can be.
Yeah.
If you want to build skateboards, be the best that you can be. But a lot of these kids had an illusion that I'm just going to college. Well, what is going to be your major? What's going to be your passion? And as time went on, they had this concept of going to college, and their goal was going to a good, big school, popular school. But what do you want to do? I don't care as long as I make money, you know. And then their illusion of how much you can make is another story. Real quick, I just want to say this one thing. Back when I was a little kid, they had a guy named Art Linkletter, and he would do a show where he'd have all these little kids that were like 7, 8, 9 years old, and he'd say, okay, Mary, what do you want to be when you grow up? And Mary would say, I want to be a housemaid, you know, I want to be a mom, and I want to be a homemaker. And go up to Johnny, what do you want to be? I want to be an astronaut. I want to go and help discover. And they say, and what do you want to do, Bill? I want to become a police officer because I want to help the community. And then 25 years later, he does the same thing, and he goes to, okay, John, what do you want to do? I want to make money. What do you want to do, Frank? I want to be an NBA all-star. You know, these fictitious, you know,
these far-fetched jobs.
Yeah. So you can see how the world has evolved.
Yeah, we appreciate
you giving us your insight.
All right, thank
personal
you.
experiences.
I hope I didn't get myself in trouble.
No, you're fine.
no,
You're
you're fine.
good. You're good. Don't even worry.
We appreciate it. That's all the time we have, guys. We appreciate you guys for listening, and we'll be back with another show. I'm Ethan.
I'm Alvaro.
Catch you guys later.